Hello, and thank you for joining me for your daily tarot. Oh, so yeah, we're off to a fine start already, aren't we? I will be right back as I collect that card. Right, there it is. Okay, so as I was saying, this is your daily tarot. Now, the dates that these readings are going out, it's going to be the 8th and the 9th of August, but these readings, they are technically timeless, okay? So it's whenever you see the readings, then they're meant for you, okay? Right, interesting. This one here, this one just came out a couple of days ago. The Cup, you should accept valid criticism. I find it really intriguing how literally a couple of days in a row, the exact same card is coming out. And this time we've got the clouds, temporary problems that's coming out with it. Okay, so with this clouds, situation unclear. What is going on with these cards today? That one's landed in my lap this time. Yeah, so the situation at the moment, it's unclear. It's almost like you can't really see a clear path forward, okay? The clarity is needed, basically. And I do feel that clarity is coming about your situation. You've also got the heart, love, deep affection, and caring. So I'll get you another card. We got to pull the strongest energy out first, the tiger. Doing something risky and taking a chance. Someone's taking a risk on love. They're taking a chance on love here. It feels like someone is putting their heart on the line. They're putting their emotions on the line. They could be taking a risk in love. I very much suspect that what's going on here is someone is possibly about to declare their feelings of love towards another person. They don't know what to expect. They don't know how it's going to go. They probably don't even know how the other person feels about them yet. So we need to take a much, much deeper look into what this valid criticism message is all about. We'll do that in a minute with the tarot. Interestingly enough, I nearly tripped up then and said mirror. We'll do that in a mirror. Reflections. Mirrors are reflections. When you look in the mirror, you can see things that you might not have seen before. So there's a metaphor there about that clarity that's needed. Okay. We need the tarot. We need the tarot. It's all a bit too confusing at the moment. Right, what's this temporary problems that's going on, please? With these clouds. What's this temporary problems? With clarity is coming through. So what's going on here for our collective? Thank you. The Ten of Pentacles. And it's come out squiffy. Okay. This could be a situation to do with a family. It can also indicate breaking with traditions as well. Someone needs clarity on how they can break free from traditions. There's a message here also about someone's roots. About where someone's come from. Their lineage. Someone's uncertain about their lineage, could be. What's going on with this Ten of Pentacles? The Moon. Further uncertainty. Further questions. Fears. Very, very deep emotions. Someone's really deep in their emotions about where they've come from. What's this message about where someone's come from? What's this message about where someone's come from? What's going on? Ace of Wands and the Devil. The Devil. So there's shame. Someone's ashamed. Again, I don't know if this is your energy or if this is someone else that you're dealing with. Take it as it resonates. Someone is ashamed of where they've come from. They're ashamed of their background. They could also be ashamed of their family, their roots, their lineage. Okay. Because we've also got deep feelings of fear. Like, there's complicated feelings that's going on. It's like someone's going, my family or my family situation, it's very, very complicated. Ace of Wands with the Devil. Again, that's a really interesting combination because that can indicate infidelity. So someone's ashamed or has been made to feel ashamed by their family, by the rest of their, by their lineage or whatever, because maybe they were born out of wedlock here or something, that they were born through infidelity. Ace of Wands with the Devil, that combination, it screams to me as someone's hiding, or they have been hiding, or they thought that they could hide, their past, how do I say this in a way that YouTube's going to be okay with it. Say someone steps outside of the marriage, right? You got two people married to each other, they got kids together, and as far as the other partner knows, everything's happy, everything's fine, it's a happy family situation. One of their partners then steps outside of the marriage and has a child with someone else, right? That would be this message here. Ace of Wands with the Devil. It's like someone acting on their lust, not thinking through the potential long-term consequences of what them acting out on lust could then produce. And it's produced a situation here where an individual is deeply, deeply ashamed of their past, their history, themselves, their lineage. So someone is carrying a lot of shame about who they are as a person and how they came into existence. You see. And it's causing complications here within their own romantic relationships. Because we've actually got someone who is, like, whoever it is that feels ashamed of how they came to be, is now afraid of love. So there's been unhealthy teachings that have come from someone's family situation here with the Ten of Pentacles squiffy. It's almost like somebody here was made to feel guilty for simply just existing through circumstances that had nothing to do with them, through circumstances that they had literally zero control over. Do you know what I mean? This is the deep, like, this here runs deep. And it feels like whoever it is that's carrying that particular shame, they have this belief that nobody's going to love them, that nobody's going to be accepting of them, which is really, really sad. And there's clarity coming through over the next couple of days about who they truly are as a person, and then they're going to be able to separate themselves from this family shame, if you will. So someone's going to recognize that they are not to identify themselves with whatever that family shame is all about, right? I feel like someone here is going through a lot on a very deep emotional level here. And it sounds cheesy, but it is that path towards self-acceptance, right? Because here's the thing, and I'm going to be completely vulnerable with my community here, right? I also was told things about my own existence that were absolutely disgusting, that should never have been repeated. And I found out as an adult that it wasn't even true. It wasn't even true. And I carried that shame as well for a very long portion of my life. And it wasn't even true. And whenever you look through history, even if it is true, whenever you look through history, that's gone on since day one of people being on the planet, right? So let's just say, even if this is true, you're still not to identify with that as who you are as a person and your validity as a person, because someone here with that amount of shame that they're carrying that comes through their roots, it's like they've been convinced, and they're now convincing themselves that them as a person, like that they're not valid, they're this, that and the next, you know what I mean? So it's time to break free. It's time to break free. And they're also saying, with this being to clarify the clouds energies, you're not going to feel this way forever. Okay, right, so what is, and it's understandable that type of thing in someone's roots is going to affect the way that they then go on and have relationships with other people. Of course it would. Like, it stands to reason. So let's take a look at, what is this valid criticism? What's going on here with this valid criticism? Thank you. The Six of Wands. I feel like it's actually whoever identifies with having carried some sort of family shame that didn't even belong to them is going to be dropping a few home truths. So if you're identifying with carrying that family shame that nobody had the right to put on your shoulders in the first place, then you're the one that's going to be dropping these family truths, these truth bombs, right? And it's all valid. You've literally got the Lord of Victory that's coming out here. This combination is you speaking your truth, but also living your truth. This one, that's an all-encompassing energy. Can you tell us more? Oh, the Page of Wands. Interesting. Somebody could be a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, Sag. Or that could be their moon placement also. Someone could be a Capricorn moon here too. Again, like, the zodiac information is not going to be relevant for everybody. They're just like side messages. This is excitement. This is also freedom. It's liberation. It's a newfound sense of purpose. So someone is moving from being trained to believe that their purpose in life was to shoulder this family shame, like the family scapegoat type thing. They believed that that was their purpose in life. And now that they're moving on to either finding a new purpose in life or creating a new purpose in life for themselves, and rejecting this purpose in life that someone's toxic ass family has put squarely on their shoulders. They're no longer carrying that. Because it's the Page of Wands. It's joyful. It's optimistic. It's someone who recognizes, I'm better than that. I'm worth more than that. And they start to genuinely feel excited about their own plans for the future, their own direction in life. their own autonomy as well. It's like this is someone embracing their own autonomy. And that's a very powerful place to be. So then the next stage we see is love, deep affection and caring, with doing something risky and taking a chance. That's taking a chance, taking a risk on love. On having healthy relationships with normal people. And I say that because family dynamics like this, it isn't normal. It might have been normalized because it's all somebody new, but normalizing something is very different from it being normal, okay? Very different. So can you tell us more about this, taking a risk on love? Again, if this isn't about you, then this is going to be about an individual who is currently dealing with you, who is currently in your energy, or who is currently thinking about you, okay? And they're thinking about you in a very loving, caring, deep, affectionate way. And they are wanting to embrace the love that they feel towards you. They're wanting to confess how they feel towards you, but all the while also trying to deal with this sort of family shame thing that's going on here. Can you tell us more about this, taking a risk on love? For our collective, please. So, yeah, so I always say you've got to use your discernment with these readings, okay? Because the energy could be coming from you or it could be coming from someone else. And if it is coming from someone else, then you're not always necessarily going to be aware of it, okay? Also, before we take a look at that card, this month's free gift giveaway. I do apologise. I keep forgetting. I've got to get back in the habit of it. This month's free gift giveaway is for this beautiful Saint Soleil Mystic Dreams Advanced Tarot. It is not sponsored. It is from my own personal collection. So really quickly watch this for more information. Hello, so this month's free gift giveaway, I am going to be continuing the theme of getting rid of some decks out of my own personal stash that I no longer use and that I don't have space to keep anymore, okay? So this gift giveaway, it is not sponsored by anybody. It's literally decks that have come from my own private collection that I definitely need to find new homes for. So this month's gift giveaway until August the 31st is this beautiful Mystic Dreams Advanced Tarot by Saint Soleil. Now the deck itself comes with the gift box, and they provide it in 2 halves so you can fit all the decks in. It's got this beautiful gold edges on it, and you can see that I've used this deck a few times. I just don't get to use it as often as what I would like, and I'm running out of space to keep all these decks. So I've got one of these to give away. It also comes with the Aura Quartz crystal, and of course the beautiful table cover. There it is. I'll switch out the camera so you guys can see the cover. So that comes with the deck as well. And it's got the Saint Soleil emblem on there as well. Okay, just as you can see, it is the original deck. It is not a copy or anything like that. With this one being the Advanced Tarot, it did not come with a guidebook, okay? However, if you do need help reading this deck, then I'm quite happy to send you instructions on how you can read it through an email to the winner, okay? So don't worry if you're not an advanced reader, you can still enter this gift giveaway. Yeah, I will just send you the instructions. So your comment below is going to be your entry into this month's free gift giveaway. Please don't leave personal information or anything like that. Just let me know in the comments below that you're interested in rehoming this particular deck, okay? But yeah, now back to your reading. Okay, so let's take a look at this risk in love, temperance, and it's come out squiffy. Okay, so this is someone trying not to be too hasty, right? This is the energy of someone who is trying to retain a sense of control, like self-control. It's someone who wants to get the timing right, but perhaps is a little bit clumsy here because it's off-center, okay? There is imbalance here. Whenever temperance comes out squiffy, it means that the situation is heavily weighed to one side, and it's not. It's almost as if someone else has got the advantage in this situation, and it isn't them. Like, someone here feels like they do not have the advantage in the situation. And again, it's because of that unhealthy family dynamic, or like being a family scapegoat. So yes, of course, naturally, relationships are, from that point, going to be quite heavily weighed against them, should we say. And that's literally temperance off-center. Okay. The King of Pentacles. Right. Can you have another card for this King of Pentacles, please? Because that one feels controlling. Yeah. Death. Interesting. And it does feel like a person. It feels like a person who has been controlling. I'm getting a really selfish vibe off of this one here as well. I mean, there could be a Sagittarius or a Scorpio or a Taurus here that is like a controlling, domineering, overpowering, father or father figure, something like that. It's like they have to control the money, the resources, they have to control other people. It's heavily one-sided, definitely. Whoever this King of Pentacles is, they have all the power, or they think that they have all the power. Or the person who is carrying the guilt and the shame thinks that this King of Pentacles has got all the power and that they have none. See, this death energy, that's a release. So we've got somebody being released from the influence of this man or this masculine. They're releasing themselves from their influence, getting out from under their control. In some capacity. That would be risky. That actually would be very, very risky. I was just thinking back there on very, very long ago in my own past, where I had to get out from under controlling partners and stuff like that. It's dangerous. Whether you're a man or a woman, makes no difference. It's always dangerous and risky and chancy getting out from under the feet of people like that. Whether they're like romantic partners, ex-romantic partners, members of the family, right? It's always risky. When you start standing up for yourself, when you start taking back your own autonomy from controlling people, because you just never know how they're going to respond. I'm seeing that now. I am seeing that now. The situation's heavily weighed on one side in the favour of the person who is controlling, domineering. Yeah, that's why it's risky. Okay. But there is a release here, though, with death. Remember, that's metaphorical. Okay? It's metaphorical. It is possible. Was this deep affection? In fact, no, let's backtrack. Just going to grab a different deck here a minute. Let's backtrack. How is our collective going to carefully get out from under the control of this man or this masculine in a safe way? Oh. Five of Cups reversed. There's that one there as well. Okay, the Hangman. Oh. Okay. Ace of Pentacles reversed. Let me see. You've got a couple of reversals here. You've also got the Five of Pentacles upright, Ten of Swords, Three of Swords, Two of Pentacles, a Star, and the Five of Swords. Do you see? It really is. I wasn't being melodramatic when I said that it's risky. Whoever that dominating male figure is, and it could be a woman, they just might have a lot of masculine energy to them. Whoever they are, I'm just going to say that man, right? Whoever they are, they're dangerous. They are actually dangerous. So how are you going to get out from under their feet in a way that isn't putting you in further danger? You've got the Five of Cups reversed. The Five of Cups reversed is accepting the loss, right? When it's in the upright, that's someone who's potentially still fighting, right? Emotionally, that they're not quite at that point of acceptance, so they're still pushing back. No, I won't let you go. You can't leave me, that sort of thing, right? It's right next to the Hangman. So it's saying that this individual, they will have to get over it. So say you're leaving this abusive person, they will have to get over it. You're going to have to accept, because they hold all the pentacles. So there could be like financial abuse or something here that's tied in with this as well. And the risk that you're taking is to leave them. You're going to have to leave the resources behind also. But that's something that you're needing to accept. Okay, Five of Cups reversed. An emotional loss and acceptance. Get into that place of acceptance. What is it that you're losing? Ace of Pentacles reversed, right? And then you've got Five of Pentacles, which again, a financial loss. It's insecurity. There's also some sort of exclusion here, because the Five of Pentacles can be like getting left out in the cold, being pushed to the sidelines. And it's with the Ten of Swords, which is a necessary ending. So they're saying here for you to slowly and quietly start isolating yourself away from this individual, making peace with whatever losses are going to be incurred by getting out from under this person's control. Say, for example, if this is an abusive partner and you've got like, I don't know, shared bank accounts or something, or they are the only ones that have access to the finances and they've already threatened you multiple times, you can't leave me because you will literally be penniless. Do you know what I mean? They're saying here, well, that's a loss that you're going to have to weigh up, right? Three of Swords, Two of Pentacles. It's going to sting for a while, a little while, but then you'll find yourself back on track with this Two of Pentacles. Because what you'd actually be doing is freeing yourself up in order to start making your own your own money, your own living, okay? Because at the moment it's all going to them. The Star and the Five of Swords. So you will overcome, you will heal, you will rebuild. Why am I getting the impression that this abusive individual has been pushing you into the arms of a new love? What's this love, deep affection and caring for our collective, please? Yeah. Four of Swords. And that one came out ever so slightly out of whack, right? This is self-protection. It's rest, rejuvenate, reevaluate, reconsider, meditate, reflect, pause and reflect. And it came out a little bit out of whack, out of balance, which tells me that you're needing more time to gather your thoughts. It's also very possible that there is someone else around you that you're associating with that has been demonstrating to you through their own treatment towards you, because someone's been treating you kind, someone's been treating you with love and deep affection, and through that other person loving you, it has taught you, because it's demonstrated to you, that people treating you like this over here isn't normal. And you know what? Sometimes that's all it takes. Sometimes all it takes is for someone else to treat us like human beings, to treat us with a little bit of love and compassion, to show us that we are lovable. You have another card for this heart energy, please? Thank you. Yeah, Three of Wands and the Two of Wands. This is someone making the decision. This is someone choosing love, come what may. Yes, it is. And they're feeling inspired by it. So we're moving out of a place of fear to a place of hope. Yeah. I would say whoever is resonating with this reading, it can be done, right? Leaving situations like that safely, it can be done. It takes time. And it is going to require subtlety to do it safely. Obviously, don't be putting yourself in situations that's going to antagonize this person, okay? You do it quietly. King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I knew that there was someone else involved. I knew it. Look. Strongest overall energy. And I'm not reading these court cards as situations. Sometimes they come out of the readings and they feel like situations, or they can feel like it's guidance. In this reading, it's genuinely feeling like it's two entirely different entities, two entirely different people. For certain. This is the one that's been showing you love, that's been showing you affection. This is the one that's been demonstrating to you through showing you kindness that you are lovable. This one's brave. Whoever this one is, they're very, very brave. I want to say that they've got a way of dealing with things that involves their sense of humor. So this is the one where you feel comfortable in their energy. Yes, definitely feel comfortable in their energy. Look at that star underneath there. So they could be an Aquarius or a Leo. They don't have to be. Okay, they could just carry those qualities. Interesting. Let's get you a Musashi card. Give us some guidance for our collective here, please. Musashi said, become acquainted with every art, meaning broad learning will bring you wisdom. Okay, Musashi was a sword fighter, but he was also educated in other areas, including woodworking. He defeated one enemy using a bokken, which is a wooden sword that he had fashioned out of an oar, as he did not have his proper sword that day. Knowing how to craft wood saved his life. Knowing things outside of your field of expertise will make you more creative than your colleagues. Interesting. So they're given an example there of where Musashi had to use the resources available to him at that time. But he could only do that because he had learnt a new skill prior. Okay. So how would that manifest in modern day-to-day life? Start learning a new skill. If you feel a hankering to learn about something new, and if you've not done it already, then start doing it now. Because in the near future, you're going to need that skill, that expertise, to help you out of this situation here. Okay. What else? I mean, that's also demonstrating for anyone who's worried about how they have to stay in an unhealthy relationship dynamic because of lack of finances, lack of resources. Then they're saying here that actually you'll be freeing yourself up so that you can have that time and space to learn a new skill that is going to help you to increase on your own ability to sustain yourself. Does that make sense? Because at the moment, anyone who's in that kind of abusive dynamic there, they're not going to be able to learn a new skill. They're not going to be able to grow and earn their own income or anything like that, right? So freeing yourself from that situation is going to put you in a new situation where actually you will be able to do your studies and to, you know, start earning a living, right? Okay, find ways to fill your cup. Be self-full. Follow your heart and always trust your intuition. Go deep within. Find your triggers and address them one by one. Self-healing is the best healing. Only then can you offer the best version of yourself. Yeah. So, like, yeah, this is definitely part of the healing journey that you're on. You got to start filling your own cup here. Focus. Never lose sight of what it is that you're trying to achieve here, okay? No matter how hard it is. And it is really hard. Like, getting out of situations like that, it never is just a case of, oh, just leave. It's far more complicated than that. Far more complicated. And I really hate it when people say that, oh, just leave. Well, tell me that you've never been in a severely abusive dynamic before without actually telling me that you've never been there, right? Okay. Don't worry about what shitty people say behind your back. Yeah. So the worst that this individual here is going to do is basically talk smack about you to the people that you love and care about, right? Try and isolate you from your friends and family, but hey ho, looks like they've been doing that anyway, right? Blaming you for shit here, all the usual, right? So don't worry about what shitty people say behind your back. They are the same people who would rather focus on finding the faults in your life than fixing the faults in their own life. Yeah. Yeah, it's all projection. That's what their whole thing is. It's all projections. Okay, that was a bit of a difficult one there. I just genuinely hope that reading has reached the individuals that it was supposed to reach. For personal readings, my website is phoenixkeiatarot.com. The link for that is in my description box below. Thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.